I told you guys this was a packed week of new game releases, and in today's video I want to highlight 7 new games that are coming tomorrow. 6 of them are on PlayStation 4, including a huge open world RPG, a free beta for PlayStation Plus subscribers, and a couple of other interesting titles. And I do want to go over a major Nintendo Switch release as well in Daemon Ex Machina. We'll get to that in a little bit. But let's get started with one of the biggest game releases of the year, very well maybe the biggest game release of the year, and that is of course Borderlands 3. The reviews have come out for Borderlands 3, and they are looking relatively strong. Currently on Metacritic, it is sitting at an 85 out of 100, and most of the reviewers are suggesting that yes, the game is more of the same, but a lot more content in this, and I think that's what generally gamers wanted. They just wanted more of that Borderlands charm, more of the first-person shooting, more of the looting, and more of a comical and humorous story, with a little bit of depth as well, so the game remains rather replayable, and that looks like exactly what we're getting out of Borderlands 3. We uploaded a video that was about 16 minutes long, taking a look at everything you need to know about Borderlands 3, so if you want an in-depth insight into the game, go ahead and check out that video. I went over all of the different character classes, the different content that's going to be in the game, and by the way, there's a lot. And all of those various elements. Of course, there's been a little bit of controversy surrounding some of the elements of the game being exclusive to EGS on PC. Some of the other stuff that honestly puts a little bit of a damper to the quality of the game, because at this point, the quality does look to be immensely good. So if you've dug Borderlands in the past, or you just want a quality open world RPG with a lot of content, Borderlands 3 is going to absolutely offer you that, and it does look to be a sizable game. It's pretty amazing how all the years into this generation that this is the first Borderlands game, traditional Borderlands game, that was built ground up for the PlayStation 4. I mean, we got the Handsome Collection, we got Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, we got Tales from the Borderlands, but we didn't get a fundamentally traditional Borderlands game until now, and Borderlands 3 is finally gonna arrive tomorrow. And it should be a great game. I should mention that this game is going to have DLC release for it in due time, so if you're one of those people that you just want to buy the Complete Edition or the Game of the Year Edition or whatever the case may be, that is definitely going to happen at some point, and given a game like Borderlands 3, I wouldn't be all too surprised if that Game of the Year Edition comes out a year from now, and it is a PlayStation 5 release with better visuals, better frame rate, all that stuff, because we've seen in the past, Gearbox and 2K will do that. They did it with Borderlands 1 and 2, and the pre-sequel. You're telling me they're not going to do that with Borderlands 3? I find that a little bit hard to believe, but still, I know so many of you guys want to play it, and who really wants to wait a year until you can play Borderlands 3? Pick it up tomorrow if you're interested. It's definitely going to be worth your $59.99. Alright, next up, this is another game I talk quite a bit about. Now, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta will be kicking off soon. It depends if you pre-order the game or not. If you did pre-order the game, it's live right now. If you don't pre-order the game, it will be open for everyone over the weekend, and come next week, there's going to be another open beta, and that will be open for everyone. Everybody's going to be able to try it out, and I do believe that it's going to support cross-platform multiplayer as a part of that beta, so that's really great. Although the Xbox One version, I believe, opens up to everyone on Saturday, when the PlayStation 4 version opens up to everyone on Thursday of next week. So just a couple of things you have to note as far as that goes. Content will be rotating, and there's going to be a variety of different content featured in the game, different game modes, different maps, all that good stuff. I know at this point, either you're into Call of Duty or you're not. There's only so much that the franchise is going to revolutionize to draw people in. There's already a sizable amount of people playing the game, and you don't want to change too much where you push away those people. However, the great thing about this Call of Duty title, this game is going to strip away a season pass, and now the company is going to be distributing free post-launch content to all players. I feel like this is something they had to do to really offer some goodwill to the players, especially because we've seen a lot of other multiplayer titles go this route. If Battlefield's going this route, if Titanfall's offering a lot of content for free, Call of Duty Modern Warfare can certainly offer a ton of content for free, and that's really nice. We're not going to be nickel and dimed and having to spend, north of $100 for all of the content or anything like that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare will be available in its full form come October 25th, and then some other content will be rolled out in the future. But for now, if you're still uncertain on whether or not you want to play the game, as long as you have a PlayStation Plus subscription, you can access Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You can try the game out, see how you like it, and then go from there. If you really want access to it right away, you can obviously pre-order the game, get your code, and then you can choose whether or not to keep your pre-order. I went over everything about the beta in a separate video as well, so if you want to check that out, feel free. I went over how you download it and how to enable your code and everything like that. If you do pre-order the game digitally, it's just going to be available for you to download directly from the PlayStation Store, and you can access it right away, so that's pretty cool. They make it easy on that end. But the game itself will be launching in its entirety on October 25th. For now, do check out the open beta as long as you're a Plus subscriber. Alright, moving on from that, do want to give a mention to Super Dodgeball Beats, as this looks like an incredibly charming game, and it has you take part in insanely cool dodgeball games played to the rhythm of 18 original musical tracks. Conquer your rivals in style with perfect rhythm and sweet moves. There's nothing else like it. Multiplayer, play against a friend via couch co-op and show off your amazing skills. Choose from 4 different teams, 8 gorgeous hand-drawn levels, and select any music track you want. Perfectly time your supercharged moves to finish off your opponents. 2 controllers are of course required to play local multiplayer, but the fact that they do have local couch co-op, that is something I always appreciate. And the game will also feature a championship mode where you can be the galaxy's best dodgeball team. In the intense single-player mode, your squad of 4 dodgeball students must rise through the ranks and face the weirdest foes, from the fearsome vampire dodgeball masters to the mysterious thunder-infused ancient. Make it far enough and you'll face even weirder and more powerful dodgeball bosses. And the game is incredibly zany, so it'll feature insane power-ups as well. Turn the tide of battle by utilizing a plethora of power-ups, including grenades, stone golems, and much more. A relatively charming game here. It's released at $12.99. I do believe there's a special promotional price, so if you do buy it now, you'll get it for $11.69, 10% off. So something to take a look at the very least. Be aware that this game exists because it could be an interesting little title to check out. Alright, next up, I do want to give a shout to the Nintendo Switch title in Daemon Ex Machina. The game has been released and the reviews are coming out a little bit mixed. Currently, the game has got a 72 on Metacritic, which is definitely a respectable score, not a bad score at all. It's just this day and age, we've been conditioned to thinking anything less than like an 85 or an 80 is automatically a bad game, when that's not the case at all. 72 is a very respectable score, and in Daemon Ex Machina, you control a custom player character who commands an arsenal mech and engages in battle with other mech enemies. You as the player's abilities and appearance can be customized in the hangar, which serves as the game's main hub. It is also the place where players browse through the different missions. After dealing enough damage to an opponent's mech, it is knocked down and players can scavenge its body parts or weapons and use them against the downed enemy. There's also a 4-player cooperative multiplayer mode, so that's always nice, and it does seem to be a rather interesting action-oriented experience. Given that the Nintendo Switch has had a lot of compelling high-quality releases recently, whether it be Fire Emblem, whether it be Astral Chain, whether it be upcoming games like Pokemon, there are just so many compelling Nintendo Switch exclusives at this point that owning a console seems to be almost mandatory, and a game like Daemon Ex Machina, if it's not the best game in the world, it might fall under the cracks for a little bit, but I would keep it on your wishlist as it does look to be a rather interesting game. We don't get a lot of high-quality mech titles these days, so Daemon Ex Machina definitely fills that void, and the game itself is due out tomorrow. Alright, next up, here's a rather interesting game that released on PC way back in the beginning of this year and didn't get much fanfare. It is Ellen. This was a budget release at $9.99, but it has you help young investigator James uncover the dark truth behind the murder of the Smiths and their missing daughter Ellen in a thrilling 2D pixel horror game. So if you're a fan of that pixel art style, the game is going to be right up your alley. Hardly anyone played the Steam release. It only has 11 Steam user reviews, 81% positive reception, which is relatively good. And it has you dive into an emotional and thrilling experience while solving puzzles and persisting through nerve-wracking scenarios. Listen to breathtaking soundtracks as you're traversing through the unnerving residence of the Smiths in a beautiful pixel art style. Enjoy the atmospheric storytelling as you unfold the mystery by completing all of the chapters in the game. This is a game that I doubt anyone is going to check out day one. However, add it to your wish list. It is a budget $9.99 release, so maybe down the line, if it is down to, you know, south of $5, I could see this being priced at $2.50 rather quickly. Might be a cool title to check out if you're into horror games, if you're into that old school pixel art style. This game is almost for sure gonna be forgotten about, so I wanted to give it some attention because it does look like a rather cool game. Okay, next up, for those of you that are big fans of sports titles and NHL in particular, NHL 20 Standard Edition will be out tomorrow. Of course, you do get to play the game a little bit if you are an EA Access subscriber, so maybe that's something you want to check out. In NHL 20, your favorite NHL stars now look and feel more authentic with new signature shots and over 45 new shot types that make every attack a threat. A new broadcast package celebrates your biggest plays as you take on all new game modes, including the new winner-take-all eliminator mode where you play solo or team up with friends to take down the competition. It's an NHL title, it's a sports title. If you're invested into these games, you're probably gonna pick it up day one. If not, I probably can't sell you on it. Not really my cup of tea either, but I did want to make you guys aware of it as it is probably a major release for a lot of you guys out there. And lastly, I do want to highlight a game that has hardly any traction surrounding it. It has hardly any information about it online either, but I want to give a mention to Next Gen Sandbox. It was detailed on the drop that it will be coming out tomorrow, so I think it's out tomorrow, but it notes create your own dynamic game world with a professional editor. So whatever this game is, and whatever the entirety is, it could be a pretty cool little creation game. I wouldn't say pick it up day one, given that there's so little information about it online, but I did want to give that a mention since there's hardly anyone talking about it, so I did want to give that some recognition as it is due out tomorrow. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, again, a lot of compelling game releases come tomorrow. Borderlands 3, arguably the biggest game release of the year thus far. You can make an argument that there's been other bigger releases, whether it be a Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Devil May Cry 5, Resident Evil 2, but Borderlands 3 definitely ranks among the top game releases of the year in terms of marquee appeal. Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta is open. If you pre-order the game, you can jump in right now. If not, you can play over the weekend. See how you like it as long as you have a PlayStation Plus subscription. Super Dodgeball Beats looks like a quirky little game. For those of you with a Nintendo Switch, Daemon Ex Machina looks rather good. Ellen is an interesting horror game. NHL 20 is definitely going to have its audience. And I wanted to give a shout to next Gen Sandbox, as hardly anyone is talking about it. That's going to conclude this video. Do sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.